All right, team, what's going on? I'm Tim Jenkins, and welcome to All Things QB. And today we are checking in on Trevor Lawrence, his preseason Week 3 game against the Dolphins, and we're going to talk about why I am all in on him and this Jaguars offense this season. But before we jump into it, I want you guys to know I'm a huge FTA guy, which means comment for the algorithm, and then please like this video and subscribe to this channel. It's really meaningful to me when you guys do that, but I always say you can wait till the end of this video and hopefully I'll earn that subscription. But guys, I'm excited about this one because I think Trevor Lawrence is doing a really good job progressing, but I also think they're giving you guys little breadcrumbs on the tape of what they're going to do with Calvin Ridley this season, how they're going to kind of build this quick passing game, which I think is going to be really exciting. So without further ado, let's jump into the film. First one we've got for you guys is a really good look at what we would call big alert progression, okay? Which means we've got this front side bunch concept. They're just running spacing, right? You read this thing outside in or inside out, depending on how your staff wants to do it. Let's go ahead and say, hey, we're going to read this thing outside in, which would be to the speed out, to the sit, then all the way inside to the hank, right? Or, okay, you can big alert, which means check this backside one-on-one if we get off coverage, which is exactly what we get. And this guy's tucked far enough inside the box that Trevor's going to feel like, man, I can go ahead and take my big alert and I'm going to be okay here. That's exactly what he does. And I also think it's a great example of what Calvin Ridley brings to this offense, which is just, man, I can go ahead and work my backside one-on-one and feel great about it. And then how about that? 1st and 10, we get 10, right? We go from first down to first down. How good is that? Catch, flip, ball. Really good footwork from Trevor there, where you can see, and we're going to watch it from the tight. Watch him flip, okay? Because he's left foot back in the gun, right? Classic. I like that. Catch, flip. You see how he gets his base set? Look at his feet. Watch his feet where they just flip. Okay? Catch, flip. Lets it rip. Play that thing full speed for you guys. Catch, flip, ball. Great timing of the big alert. Okay? So we got that pure progression front side, right? Where it's 1 to 2 to 3. And then backside, we've got the big alert. Okay? Now we've got another fun one to talk about, which is an Afro progression, right? So look at this. Think of this as hey, we got 2 by 2. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that formationally is I got 2 receivers here, 2 receivers here, right? Now I get it. They're tight ends, but we're in 2 by 2. Okay? To my top, to the receiver side, we've got just double speed outs. Really, this slot guy's probably on a stick route that's working out, and you just read this thing outside in, right? Okay? Down here, we've got a stick concept with a flat. So it's you work your flat inside to your stick route, okay? 1 to 2. So both these are 1 to 2. What's going to make us get to one of these progressions, okay, is there's a lot of things, but the thing on this play is what we would call Afro, okay? We would say, hey, they would be listed somewhere on your read sheet, Afro, which means away from rotation. So the rotation is working this way. You see the rotation where this safety's coming down, this safety's going high, so we're rotating this way, which means you work this concept, okay? So you got to pay attention, right? Away from rotation, Afro, boom, we get the rotation this way, which means Trevor's going to work this concept. He's going to look at the flat and then get to the stick. It's exactly what he does. Look, peeks the flat, gets to the stick, easy money. Now, I'm not convinced that he did a great job peeking the flat. However, a lot of times, just based on leverage, these quarterbacks will kind of speed through that flat progression and they'll get to that stick route. Plus, you have that little swap release there. Okay, and it's like, look at the guy who you're really stressing on this play is right here, because remember, we're getting the rotation here, okay? And this guy is going to be deep, right? So really, 51's that guy you're peeking. And watch 51. Trevor catch flip, gets his eyes on flip 51. You see 51 flying out with the flat. Boom, that's how you know 89 is going to be there. He does a really great job bodying him up with the football, okay? Give him a little body shot, and then we're moving the chains again. Or we're making a really good gain on first down. Okay, now we got boot, all right? Calvin Ridley, he's responsible for taking the roof out. That's our first progression. We got the over route. That's our second. We got the flat. That's our third or our alert, okay? The alert's going to come into play on this clip because this guy, instead of biting down on boot, he's going to get vertical. Remember, we leave the backside D-end 90% of the time when we're boot on naked, okay? We leave him unblocked because we're trying to sell it as if it's zone away. And on zone away, when we're actually running the ball, we leave him. So we've got to leave him when we're trying to set it up on boot, okay? So we leave him, right? 76 is turning his back because he's trying to get him to play it like it's a run. And on run plays, he's the guy who can bend and run and chase this thing down a lot, okay? So we're trying to get him to bend and run and chase it down. He does a really good job just squeezing to take away cutback. And then he's got eyes on Trevor Lawrence right now, which means we cannot try to hit that deep. We can't try to hit the deep one to Calvin Ridley. We're not going to be able to hit this over route. We've got to get to our alert, that flat route. That's exactly what Trevor does. That's really, really, really good quarterback play, and it's a really good job by 89 fighting across all this traffic, right? Remember, there's all this, when he goes to fight across, there's all this traffic in here. He does a great job working his way through the traffic. Trevor does a great job of realizing, hey, 15 just played this well. I got to get to my flat. He gets to his flat. And again, it's like just boom, it's methodical. It's good quarterback play. All right. Now we're getting to our check down again. So we're trying to set up a little deep shot here. We've got action here. Okay. We're trying to set this thing up with the deep ultra high, then to more of like an Oklahoma out, which is more like 6 steps. Okay. Maybe even deeper, honestly. So watch this again. 15's coming free, right? 15 beats our guy with an inside move. 76, terrible, terrible job here. Okay. I'm not going to act like I could do any better because I couldn't, but that's not a great job. But what does Trevor do? Okay. Hey, we would love to work this deep concept, but we're not going to be able to. We got bumped off our spot, but I do have my back in the flat, and look at him. Okay. This gets called back because of a hold, but does a really good job just flipping into his back. And again, taking the easy play, right? Taking the play that you need to make as a quarterback. Which just to me is like, I think the goal of teaching these concepts, okay, the goal of walking through, man, what are we trying to accomplish? Well, we're trying to accomplish we're trying to hit this deep one, but watch this guy, right? We just get beat. So then we got to get to our back, and that's exactly what we do, and that's what great quarterbacks do. They consistently take the play in front of them, okay? We got backside again here. Right? Look at how off this coverage is. Okay? They're just sitting off. You got Calvin Ridley on the speed out. Take him. Okay? I don't like Trevor's feet as much here. We'll talk about it on the tight. But I want you guys to remember, what did we talk about the first time we threw to Calvin Ridley? We talked about a catch flip. Now what we're going to see on film is a one skip. Okay? And I'm going to slow his feet down here so we can see it. Okay, he gives him the thumbs up like, oh, we're good. Watch this foot. You see how he picks it up and puts it down? That's where I want his drop to stop, and I want the ball to be out. Instead, he's going to do what's called a one skip, where you take the one, and then you get that little hop back, okay? That little hop back, I think, makes him a tick later, okay, than he was on the first one. Now, granted, does Trevor Lawrence have a ton of arm talent, and he makes up for it with the throw? Yeah, absolutely, he does, okay? But I think if I was coaching him, if I was in that quarterback room, man, these are the kind of things that it's like you want perfect. You don't want, let me make up for it. Okay? So that's one thing that I would say about that rep. However, all in all, right? Really, really good job. Now we got triple slant. I'm not going to act like I'm a fan of this concept because I'm not at all, but we were reading this thing inside out, 1 to 2 to 3. Trevor does a great job of getting all the way to his outside guy, right? There's too much going on inside, right? We're doubled here. This guy could probably fall off and make a play here. He's close enough to squeeze it. This is really our only access, okay? Does a really good job with this one. Again, using that one skip drop, which again, I'm just not a fan of when it comes to this concept, using the one skip. But we use the one skip. We work it inside out. We deliver a dime. All right, team, I hope you enjoyed those 6 clips. I want you guys to know, over on Patreon, I've got 4 more clips, and I also have free trials. So, guys, there's 2 membership levels over there to choose from. It would mean the world to me as we try to grow this channel. We got to get more equipment. We got to get some video editors. We've got to try to do some stuff behind the scenes, which is why we're starting the Patreon. So, guys, it would mean the world to me if you'd be willing to head over there. And even if all you're going to do is do a free trial, awesome. Hopefully I can earn you guys sticking around each month. If all you want to do is support the YouTube channel, please subscribe and comment. I'm super appreciative of you. No matter what you do, the fact that you're watching these videos means the world to me. And until next time, peace.